Hey everybody, this is Robert Mathis from The Quest for Groove, and in this video I want to share with you 3 awesome exercises that will help you as a finger drummer to vastly improve your hand independence, which is something that you're going to need if you want to take it to the next level in your finger drumming career. I did a video recently talking about these different ways of playing finger drums, and while I recommend beginners to start out with an alternating hands approach, at some point if you want to take it to the next level you have to start incorporating the independent hand technique as well. So that's what this video is about, how to train your hands to move independent from one another. 3 exercises, I'd say. Let's jump in. The Quest for Groove. So we're going to build up the difficulty of the exercises, starting at a relatively easy level and moving to something that's quite the challenge, to say the least. And in the end, I'm going to give you a little bonus that will actually double the difficulty level of each of the exercises, giving you a total of 6 exercises to work with. No time to waste. I'd say let's jump right in with the first and easiest pattern. Here we go. Slow down with counting. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And a very important thing to focus on here is that whenever you have to hit your 2 hands at the same time, you don't want them to flam. You don't want them to arrive a little bit at a different point. You want them to arrive at exactly the same point. And a great way to check this is by simply setting the sounds that your Addictive Drums or your drum software sends out, setting those sounds to a side stick. Let me set that for you right now. Now, everything sounds like a side stick, and I can see if I'm flamming. Let me just play the beat that I just played with just side sticks. Well, there was some flamming going on, but it wasn't too bad. Let me just demonstrate what it would sound like if you're flamming quite severely. You really hear that? And that's what you don't want. You want it to sound more or less like one hit. That's a great trick that you can use throughout this lesson. Let me just turn this back to the normal setting. Here's my drum kit back, and we can now move on to the second difficulty level. Here we go. 3, 4. Slow down with counting. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Don't underestimate how difficult this is. If you're practicing this for the first time, take it very, very slow, way slower than I just demonstrated. You can literally do something like this if you're starting out. Literally like this. That's fine. You know, you do that the first day, you go to sleep. You do it the second day, you go to sleep, and you build up the speed over the course of a week or something, or 2 weeks. And that way your brain can slowly get used to this weird mind fuck. Literally, that's what it is that it has to deal with. And yeah, this is the way to do it. Slow and then build up. I mean, a week's not that much time. And you need those phases of sleep in between for your brain to process things. With that said, you can also do the little side stick trick again to see if you're not flamming. And now we can move on to the third exercise. With counting. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1. Obviously, this is the hardest one of the bunch because we have this 16th note in the kick drum, but we're not there yet. I have a bonus exercise for you, which is the following. First, turn up the volume of your hi-hat and then try and play each and every one of these beats that we just played while hitting the hi-hat softly, never hitting it loudly, and hitting each kick and each snare very loudly. So the first exercise, for example, would sound like this. That's very, very difficult because you're inclined to go or something like that, or just hit soft in between, but whenever you're hitting the other hand, you're gonna go down hard, right? So that's a very, very challenging exercise that makes all of this 3 times as hard. Let me demonstrate those other 2 beats too, just to show you how it's done. Last one. I hope this video served you well. Here's another one, and keep in mind there's a lot more stuff on this channel. Also on my website, questforgroove.com, lots of free courses to help you become a better finger drummer. That's it for now. Have a great day and see you around.